between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium.
This is Jakeem Grant. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Out to his left.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. but what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. Taking on the midfield logo. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
That one completed to J.P. Holtz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. We're scoreless after 1.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Fields.
And he's he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
This will be from 49 yards out. And Santos yanks that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big pickup there on the run. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Henderson.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Matt Gay on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jakeem Grant now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Montgomery.
He was brought down by Troy Reeder.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Fields now to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run the toss with Henderson.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
One play action. Fields.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be out right at the 35.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Stafford. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Once more with Henderson.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And that is incomplete here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields steps away to his left. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here's Fields.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ashawn Robinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, back to Henderson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 13-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle to Beckham.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Flushed out right.
Now this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Dalton.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on first down. Henderson, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Stafford. A quick pass to Cup. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Throwing here, Stafford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Got some room at the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Second down, it's Henderson. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Now Stafford.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Second and 16.
That one looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.